but I'm just looking at long term. And, I know Gavin has had experience with this before. So hoping that I can just, take on his knowledge and see what can happen. And if not, I have a rest of this year to work on it. But I do know I need to make a change and technical change to it. And, I don't want to waste time continuing doing the wrong things.
But yeah, I went a bit too much. I was so frustrated inside of me, and I was just like trying to let it go. Probably I went too far. Not probably I went too far. And then honestly, I think it was the right move from him to probably like just let me be on my own. And I don't want to say the way I wanted to say, but he really upset me, and I was really really stressed and angry on him, and that really helped me to pull out such tennis.
WTA has breaking news. Following her latest WTA match against Aryna Sabalenka, Coco Gauff made an incredible move that is upending the tennis world. Gavin McMillan has joined Coco's staff. This decision was made after he was fired by Sabalenka due to a disagreement during their game. This is where things start to become pretty interesting. Coco made the decision not to react disrespectfully in spite of Sabalenka's intimidating presence on the court and his struggles during that match. However, Coco understood right away what she needed to do when she witnessed Sabalenka treating Gavin disrespectfully in front of the whole group. She decided to hire him for her own squad if Sabalenka sacked him. And that is precisely what took place. Many discussions have been ignited by this whole event, and we're going to go deeply into what transpired behind the scenes. Before we begin though, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel, Analytics, so you can stay up to date on everything from sports to other topics.
No, he's a confident person. And also, obviously there's pressure on both of us, but at the same time, I'm not thinking about the outside opinions. I'm not thinking about that. I'm doing what's best for my game. And I feel like as an athlete, I can be like, yeah, I'm won French Open. I made 2 finals back to back. Quarters of Australia, I can be like, okay, I'm doing fine and continuing playing the way that I'm playing, but I know where I want to see my game in the future, and if I'm not going to waste time playing the way that I don't want to play.
Coco Gauff was quick to admit that she and coach Gavin felt pressure following the controversy with Sabalenka's team, but she made it clear that she wasn't going to let that affect her, the interviewer inquired. She clarified that although there is always some pressure in circumstances like this, her first goal was to make sure she could provide her best effort. Coco stressed that she knew exactly how she wanted to play her game and what she needed to work on. Based on what was ideal for her development, she decided to hire coach Gavin. It's evident from the circumstances that Coco Gauff wasn't at fault, regardless of the perceptions of others or the commotion surrounding the matter. The entire world saw how she treated a legendary instructor who was being treated disrespectfully by Sabalenka's ego. Sabalenka's behavior unexpectedly changed during their game. She started yelling loudly and acting aggressively in an attempt to distract Coco. When her coach, Gavin McMillan, addressed her on the court and criticized her behavior, the situation became more heated. Instead than accepting the criticism, Sabalenka yelled back at Gavin. To exacerbate the situation, Gavin got up and departed his place in the stands in the middle of the game, expressing his displeasure with the way things were going.
But yeah, I went a bit too much. I was so frustrated inside of me, and I was just like trying to let it go. Probably I went too far. Not probably I went too far. And then honestly, I think it was the right move from him to probably like just let me be on my own. And I don't want to say the way I wanted to say, but he really upset me, and I was really really stressed and angry on him, and that really helped me to pull out such tennis.
However, Aryna Sabalenka didn't end there. Everyone was taken aback when she went even farther during her post-match interview. She publicly made fun of her coach, saying he was holding her back, and she acknowledged that she had yelled at him in a heated moment. But she swiftly placed the blame on him, implying that he was attempting to interfere with her game. Many were taken aback by her actions, as she displayed a total lack of regard for a coach who was only urging her to respect her opponent, Coco Gauff, who has defeated her numerous times. Rather than acknowledging the value of sportsmanship and showing respect for her opponents, she went after the person who was most interested in her. Given Aryna Sabalenka's obvious disrespect for Coco Gauff, Gavin McMillan's response to her actions makes perfect sense. Even though Sabalenka won the match in the end, many people were skeptical of the way she did it. Her performance wasn't the only factor. Her victory was overshadowed by her derisive demeanor, intimidating strategies, and extravagant celebrations following each point. She seemed to have little regard for sportsmanship and to be solely focused on winning. She also revealed in the post-match interview that her fury was a major factor in her comeback during the first set, which she was on the verge of losing, underscoring her aggressive style of play.
Just trying to fight, and then somehow I was able to turn around things, and I think that game gave me like an extra boost of energy and belief that I can still win this set, and I did it.
In the meantime, Coco Gauff showed nothing but elegance under duress while maintaining an amazing degree of composure in spite of the defeat. She put everything on the court and gave it her all. Unfortunately, though, it was insufficient to guarantee the victory. But it was difficult to ignore Sabalenka's taunting and attacks throughout the match. Tennis isn't just about technique, it's also about character, as evidenced by her overdone celebrations and times when it seemed like she was more interested in making fun of Coco than actually playing. Coco decided to sign Gavin to her team in reaction to the way he was treated disrespectfully. "I can't watch as a legend is mistreated." Sabalenka's behavior on and off the court revealed a lot about her mindset and competitive nature. Sabalenka's strategy during the game appeared to be more concerned with trying to psychologically upset Coco Gauff than with the sport itself. It became evident during the second set that Sabalenka was pushing boundaries, not with her racket, but rather with loud cheers, hostile grunts, and covert barbs at Coco. Despite being fully aware that neither Coco nor the umpire were calling her out on it, it seemed as though she was purposefully attempting to agitate Coco by taking every opportunity to make loud noises and taunt her. Sabalenka's actions intensified as soon as she understood there would be no help, almost as if she had turned into a disruptive force on the court. The official's decision to ignore such obvious disrespect is shocking. Why did no one intervene? Why weren't the athlete's dignity and the game's integrity respected? In professional athletics, such conduct should never be accepted. Coco Gauff has won at a different arena despite Aryna Sabalenka's contentious strategies during their encounter. She has been formally recognized as the 2025 WTA Player of the Year. Coco's well-earned distinction was made possible by Sabalenka's defeat in the WTA final. The legendary sports analyst Stephen A. Smith, who is renowned for his intense opinions and fervent enthusiasm, confirmed the thrilling news. Stephen A. spoke on the radio to congratulate Coco Gauff on representing the United States with pride and bringing honor to her nation on the international tennis scene.
Well, you just beat the #1 player in the world, okay? And by the way, this ain't the first time you beat her. You beat her in 2023. You beat her again this time around. Aryna Sabalenka, that's her name. I'm bringing her up because even though she was the #1 player in the world, I don't think she should be that way now, not after this loss. It should be you. But I'm asking.
In conclusion, Aryna Sabalenka's activities on and off the court have created quite a commotion, and the WTA season has been characterized by a number of mistakes and lost chances. She lost Gavin McMillan, a coach who had been vital to her career, in addition to failing to win WTA Player of the Year. The fact that McMillan didn't simply go to any other player adds to the significance of this loss. He joined Coco Gauff, her immediate competitor. This choice serves as a sobering reminder of how players can lose much more than a game due to interpersonal disputes and unbridled emotions. They may have an effect on their support networks and long-term success. However, Coco Gauff has demonstrated a different level of fortitude and tenacity to the tennis community. Coco demonstrated that respect and integrity are more important to her than titles and wins, even if they suffered a hard defeat to Sabalenka in their bout. She demonstrated that she valued not just her personal development, but also the significance of sportsmanship and respect for other players by employing Gavin McMillan. Coco's choice reveals a lot about her personality and demonstrates that she is motivated by more than just a desire for achievement. The idea of respect for one another both on and off the court inspires her. Coco's year will be remembered for her consistency, respect, and character strength, but Sabalina's year might be remembered for her errors and the conflict with her coach. Ultimately, winning titles is not the only thing that matters. It has to do with how you behave when pursuing achievement. Furthermore, Coco Gauff has undoubtedly established the bar for others to meet. What are your thoughts on the entire situation? Do you think Sabalenka's behavior was appropriate, or did she go too far? What are your thoughts on her losing a crucial coach like Gavin McMillan, particularly to Coco Gauff, her direct rival? Conversely, how do you feel about Coco's reaction to all of this? Do you believe that hiring Gavin was the appropriate choice for her, or do you think it was a calculated career move? Do you value sportsmanship and respect more than winning titles, as Coco seems to? I'd be interested in knowing what you think. Let's talk after you leave your comments below.